No good deed goes unpunished. I have learned the meaning of this statement a few days ago when I was visiting my family back in Poland, and I gave my father my old iPhone, and my father's old iPhone was inherited by my mother. So of course I had to introduce my mom to operating iPhones, getting her email and Facebook and all the other good things on her almost brand new toy. If you ever try to explain iPhones to your parents, you know what a challenge it is. It took me at least 2 hours, interrupted every 5 minutes by my mother yelling, "It's stupid! It makes no sense! Take it away from me! I don't get it!" Well, I was patient, if you can believe it. I tried to be patient, and step after step added her email address and a Facebook account and all other goodies into her new phone. I felt like I accomplished something at the end of the ordeal, but I don't think my mother was very happy. That evening, our meal was not as good as other meals. I think it was oversalted or something else. No good deed goes unpunished. The very same thing happened with Peter in today's first reading. In the sentences right before that passage, we witnessed Peter and other apostles going to temple in Jerusalem day after day following the Pentecost. And one day there was a crippled beggar asking them for a donation. Peter said, "Sorry, buddy, I have no change on me, but what I do have, I will give you. In the name of Christ, stand up and walk." So the crippled man, instead of a few pennies, got his life back. He was able to walk again. And in accordance with that statement, no good deed goes unpunished, Peter gets in trouble. Instead of being rewarded and acknowledged for a good deed, he is arrested by the temple authorities. They interrogate him and ask him, "What the heck did you do? Why did you do that?" These are the same people that decided a few months back that Jesus is too dangerous and he needs to be eliminated. The same people are upset now that Peter committed a crime of healing someone in the name of Christ. No good deed goes unpunished indeed. Peter, as a reward, is being flogged and held overnight in prison. In the gospel passage, we hear Jesus declare and define himself as the Good Shepherd, as the one who is concerned with the well-being of one lost sheep. And in his life, in his ministry, he proved to us that he truly is Good Shepherd, that he goes after the lost one and the missing. And what was his reward for being a Good Shepherd? Cross, passion and death. Again, no good deed goes unpunished. It is so true in my life, and I bet it is true in yours as well. You can do all kinds of evil things. You can steal and cheat, and most of the times you will get away with it. If nobody catches you, you'll be just fine. But try to do something good, you will be punished. Try to do something what is right, you will be rewarded, just like St. Peter was in today's first reading. I remember a little over 12 years ago, on December 2nd, 2005, I sent a letter to Archbishop Burke asking him to allow me to come and have Christmas Mass here at St. Stanislaus. I said, "Dear Bishop, I ask your blessing and permission to celebrate Christmas Midnight Mass at the Church of St. Stanislaus in St. Louis." In the second paragraph I added, "Should you refuse, I am coming anyway." And you know what was my reward for having Christmas Mass? Excommunication. Again, there are many other things for which perhaps I should be reprimanded or even punished. But for goodness sake, having Christmas Mass gets me excommunicated? Again, no good deed ever goes unpunished. Isn't it true? You can do evil things and you'll be fine. But the moment you try to do something good, you will get in trouble. In our life, we struggle between doing what is good and knowing that we might get in trouble, or doing nothing and believing that we will be just fine. Because if you stand out, somebody will try to put you back in line. If you stick out your head too much, somebody will say, "Off with her head." It is much easier to do nothing. It is much easier to be complacent and just sit quietly and let others do what needs to be done. This way, you will be safe. But it is not our job as Christians to do nothing. Even though my mother did oversold the dinner day after I taught her how to use her iPhone, she is better off by having that new phone. Even though St. Peter was flogged and imprisoned for healing the crippled man, that man was better off for encountering Peter. Even though Jesus got crucified for being good shepherd, we, his sheep, are better off for having him as our shepherd. Doing what is good will get you punished. Doing what is right will get you in trouble. Have no doubt about it. But what is the alternative?